Hello and welcome to the second free bonus from the webinar. Today I'm going to be going through a case study about how I made $1.50 per word, and I'm going to show you how you can use the exact same procedure that I did to get paid well for your writing. You might be wondering, how did I make that $1.50 per word? I'll go into detail in a moment, but for right now I want to emphasize one key concept, and that is that I focused on value. This is really all I did, and while there are definitely little details that can make or break this experience for you, when it comes down to it, this is all I did. And if you focus on value, and if your client understands what you can do for them, you'll have a much better chance of getting jobs and making your clients happy and even getting return customers. So as we go through the case study today, keep that focus on value. Now I'm going to break down step by step what I did, and these are also steps that you can follow if you want to replicate this. So the first thing I did was to find a prospect, someone who could be a potential client for me, and I found out what they needed. In my case, I approached someone on Reddit who was looking for a landing page writer. I knew I could do that because I had done it before, and I was also confident in my writing abilities. And the client was just looking for short landing pages, so about 80 words each, 80 to 100, not very long at all, but it needed to be really high impact content. And the client needed highly effective copy that would sell. And I had done this before, so I was extremely confident, but even if I hadn't done it before, I would have been confident going in because this was a style of writing that I'm overall familiar with and really comfortable doing. So as long as you're comfortable with the job description and as long as you can communicate your value, you'll be all set. And like I said, I knew I could deliver, in part because I'd done it before, but that won't make or break it for you. The second thing I did was talk about my value, and this is really one of the most crucial steps in this entire process. Mainly I talked about the benefits I could bring, which included the fact that the client would get more sales, people would engage with the copy, and the copy would clearly describe the business and the value it brings. This was all stuff that the client was looking for. Obviously, they wanted to get more sales, they wanted people to engage with the copy, and they wanted people to understand what their business did. And I just sort of put all these into plain language and told the client that this is what I was going to do for them. So essentially, you're just saying that you're going to help bring about the results that the client desires. And I also mentioned my past experience in similar projects and linked to my portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio, that's fine. Remember, you just have to be confident in your writing and your ability to do what the client is asking and adapt if they want to change something or if they give you feedback. So this step overall really focuses on value and thinking about the end results that the client is going to get. In this case, the client wanted more sales, so that's what I focused on because that's the ultimate end goal of a business. If you're working on a different kind of project, it might be a little different, but overall, this is what you want to be thinking about. And the third step is to just close the deal. So the first number that I tossed out was 120 per page, and the client said yes. Now that's a pretty big amount, but I was able to get that because of how good my pitch was and how much value I communicated. So the client was really aware that I was a capable writer who could do this sort of thing and could bring about the results that they wanted. And the first landing page that I wrote was only 80 words long, like I said. So if you do the math, I made $1.50 per word. And if I had pitched to the client as $1.50 per word, they probably would have said no. But it was a combination of that project rate, so it's an overall a more general rate that encapsulates more work. It's not a little per word rate that has to do with the minutia of the project. The client was thinking in big terms. So the project rate did help with that, but also they were focused on the big picture results that I could bring about, i.e. more sales. And I ended up joining the team as the lead copywriter, and I still am today. So it was a very happy ending, and I'm glad that I had that experience, and I'm glad that I could share it with you. Some lessons that I learned during this process. And this is one of the big ones, and I hope you take this away from this case study. If you don't take anything else away, this should be it. Clients will be happy, more than happy, to pay you what you quote as long as you prove you're worth it. And when it comes down to it, this is what every business is doing. They're trying to sell products and services and trying to earn your money, earn your trust, earn your respect, and earn your thought of this is worth it. So you are doing that too as a freelance writer, and clients will be happy to pay you more than what the standard market rate is going for. So $1.50 per word is really high. You might be getting paid 5 cents per word or 20 cents per word even, but $1.50 per word is really high. But they were happy to pay that because they were confident that I was going to be able to deliver the kind of results they were looking for. So as long as you focus on that value and prove that you're worth it, you can charge a heck of a lot of money and your client will be perfectly happy. Thoroughly understanding the client's needs is crucial. You need to have passion about their goals. If you don't have passion about their goals, they're going to sense that. And likewise, if you do have passion about their goals, they will sense that too. And obviously, they want someone on board helping them with their projects, someone who's going to be as passionate as they are. So you really need to be caring, sympathetic, and communicative throughout the process. Being able to state what specific benefits you can offer to each client makes you an authority. This is another big lesson that I learned because if you can approach this in such a way that you know what you can offer, your client, or prospect rather, will see you as an automatic authority. And that's simply because you know how to communicate with clients. And every client is unique, so your approach should be too. You shouldn't use one approach for every single client. You really need to customize because clients can tell when you are customizing your pitches and your discussions to their specific project. And they will really appreciate that, and it will go a long way, and you'll have a much better chance of getting jobs than if you used a boilerplate template or very bland phrasing that makes it seem like you would use that sort of phrasing to apply to every job. So clients want that customization. They want to be taken care of specifically. They want to have a really high-end experience, and it's your job to give that to them. So customizing everything to each specific client, even your pitches, even your first message that you send to that client, that goes a long way. In summary, first step is to find the client. The second step is to go into detail about the unique value you can bring to the project. And the third step is simply don't lowball yourself. You want to charge enough so that you're getting paid well. You don't want to overcharge. There's no reason you should be charging $5 per word unless you're working for Pepsi or something like that. But you definitely don't want to lowball yourself. Start high and negotiate lower. It's always better to do that and potentially scare off clients than be stuck working for 3 cents per word. And that's a really big step to take, and it can be kind of scary because there is that potential to lose jobs, but overall the jobs you get will balance out the jobs you don't get, so you will have a lot better work even if you have less work, and it will pay more, so it will make up for that. And all in all, that's the case study. I hope you've gotten a lot out of it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at support@writinglaunch.com, and I'll respond as soon as I can, and I hope you have a great day.